Hi, Fishing Fool here. I want to talk to you a little bit about my Fishing Fool knot and my Fishing Fool lures, particularly the Sinking Fool. In case you haven't heard, the Fishing Fool knot recently won a nationwide contest on Knot Wars, a segment of the North American Fisherman on the Versus Network, and the knot that I developed beat out all the other knots. It beat the best knots in the world. It beat the Palomar, it beat the San Diego Jam knot, it beat the Trilene knot, and according to North American Fisherman, it was deemed world's best. I kind of agree. This handsome devil over here is me, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my knot, and first I'm going to show you a little bit about my Fishing Fool bait. The Fishing Fool bait is basically this one right here. It's a 6-inch Sinking Fool. As you can see, it's got a lot of sparkle to it. Either a heavy salt bait made to fish on the fall. You fish them on a EWG hook that's extra wide gap. I usually use the Gamakatsu. And you Texas rig them primarily, but you can wacky rig them also. But how they fall, this is the bottom of the bait and this is the top of the bait. And they have a little hook slot for the hook to lay in there. But how they fall is they fall with a wiggling action like this, where they rock back and forth. And they flash that lighter belly color like it's flashing you right there as they fall. And they do a lot of a shimmy too. They go this way. But the main thing they do is this rocking motion as they fall. The bait falls at about 8 inches per second. So if you're fishing at a known depth, you can kind of count it down. To rig it, you just go in the nose of the bait about this far, about half an inch. You pop the hook out the bottom. You measure off where the shank of the hook goes. You pop it through the belly of the hook and then skin hook it right here in this little groove. So when it's rigged properly, it's nice and straight. Anyway, this is the Sinking Fool bait. This happens to be a green shad color. It's been a really good color for me. To tie the Fishing Fool knot, you want to take your average 18-knot worm hook and some 1,000-pound test braid, which this is actually 1/8-inch rope. What you want to do is you run the line through the hook eye twice. There's once. There's twice. So you have a double loop. And you pull that tight on the hook eye. You need about 8 to 10 inches of tag line with braid or mono. What you want to do is you grab your tag in with this hand and you make a small loop out of it and you catch it with your middle finger right here. Okay, you reach and you grab both the main line and the tag line on this side and you catch it with your middle finger and you form this loop right here. Okay, you got your tag in here, you got the hook held in your hand over here, and you got the loop caught with each middle finger, which leaves you 4 fingers free, your thumbs and your index fingers, to wrap this around that. So that's 1. You want to go 5 to 7 times. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. It works best if I go just 5 in this large of diameter. Now the important part. In order to cinch this up, if you're using braid or mono, or excuse me, if you're using fluorocarbon or mono, you want to wet this really good first. And then you hold your hook and you pull on your tag in, and it starts sliding that knot up the line. And I have to help it just a little bit with this stuff. As it tightens up and makes the Fishing Fool knot. Okay, there we go. That makes a nice clean little knot. And then, as you can see, it tightens up on the line above the hook eye. You don't want to get this super tight when you pull it up. Just pull it up loosely to start with. And then to cinch it up, you simply grab your main line and pull, and it slides down to the hook eye. Then you want to pull on your main line hard and cinch the knot up, and pull on your tag end to cinch it up good. That's sufficient fool knot. Quick, simple to tie, and one of your strongest knots out there with all line types. Now I'm going to show you real quickly on how quick this is to actually tie. Here's a Gamakatsu super hook, and some I think it's probably 20-pound braid. But you run your hook eye, run the line through the hook eye twice, which is my hard part. I have a hard time seeing anymore. Okay. You pull that tight, you get your 8 to 10 inches of tag end. Okay, now see how I hold the hook with my little pinky right here? Keeps it out of the way. I can take and fold this over and catch that loop with my middle fingers, like so. You want about a silver dollar size loop. And then you can easily wrap, 4, 5, I'm going to go 7 on this, 7, okay, and then with braid it's super easy. Just pull that up and slide it down, trim it off, boom, you're done. That's sufficient fool knot.